How much is too much to spend on a kitchen remodel in Kitchener-Waterloo? When planning a kitchen remodel, one of the most common and crucial questions homeowners in Kitchener-Waterloo ask is, how much is too much to spend? The answer isn't one size fits all. It depends on your goals, the value of your home, the neighborhood you're in, and whether you're remodeling for personal enjoyment or resale value. However, overspending can quickly lead to diminishing returns, especially if the upgrades far exceed the local market's expectations. At Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, we help homeowners make renovation decisions that balance design ambition with financial practicality. Understanding the average cost of kitchen remodeling in Kitchener-Waterloo. In the Kitchener-Waterloo region, the average cost of a kitchen remodel can range from $20,000 for a modest update to upwards of $75,000 for a luxury renovation. This wide range is influenced by the size of the kitchen, the quality of materials chosen, labor costs, and whether you're making layout changes such as moving plumbing or electrical. For most homeowners, a well-planned kitchen renovation typically falls within the $30,000 to $50,000 range. Going well beyond that may raise questions about cost efficiency, especially if the property value doesn't justify the investment. When high-end renovations make sense. Spending more on a kitchen remodel can make sense if you're living in a high-value home or a luxury neighborhood in Kitchener-Waterloo. If your home is valued over $800,000 and most properties in your area feature upscale finishes, investing $70,000 or more into a high-end kitchen with premium appliances and custom cabinetry can be justifiable. The quality of life improvements, aesthetic upgrades, and resale potential could all balance out the higher cost. In these cases, features like heated flooring, waterfall countertops, and smart appliances might align with the value expectations of future buyers. When you may be overspending. If your home is in a neighborhood where the average property value is significantly lower, say under $600,000, spending more than $50,000 to $60,000 on a kitchen remodel could be considered too much. Even with top-of-the-line upgrades, the market may not reward you proportionally during resale. This is especially true if the rest of the home doesn't match the level of finish in the kitchen. One mistake homeowners often make is pouring a large budget into the kitchen without updating adjacent areas like bathrooms, flooring, or lighting. At Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, we always advise clients to look at the home holistically and avoid creating imbalances that don't support the overall value. Factoring in your long-term plans. Another key consideration is whether you plan to stay in your home long-term or sell in the near future. If you plan to enjoy your home for the next 10 to 15 years, investing more in a custom kitchen may make sense because you're investing in your own comfort and lifestyle. You'll get to enjoy every detail you've selected, from custom cabinetry to premium tile and luxury fixtures. On the other hand, if you're planning to sell within 5 years, spending excessively on a kitchen remodel could backfire. In that case, it's often better to choose a clean, functional, and appealing design with timeless finishes that appeal to a broader range of buyers. Return on investment. What you can expect. Nationally, the return on investment, ROI, for a kitchen remodel typically falls between 50% and 75%, depending on the quality and scope of the work. In Kitchener-Waterloo, moderate remodels tend to yield better ROI than luxury ones. This means if you spend $40,000 on a kitchen remodel, you might expect to recoup about $25,000 to $30,000 in increased property value. Spending $80,000 on the same kitchen may not double your return. It might actually reduce it, since buyers may not be willing to pay a premium beyond the market norm. At Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, we help clients align their remodel scope with expected ROI so they get the best financial outcome. Material choices and cost drivers. It's also important to understand how material choices can significantly influence your budget. Custom cabinets, natural stone countertops, high-end appliances, and imported tiles can drive costs sky-high. However, similar aesthetics can often be achieved with mid-range materials that are more cost-effective. For instance, opting for quartz instead of marble or semi-custom cabinets instead of fully bespoke ones can save thousands without compromising style. Labor is another major cost driver, and complex remodels that require demolition, rerouting utilities, or structural changes will naturally push your budget upward. At Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, we work to find materials and solutions that offer the best of both worlds, elegance and efficiency, financing and cost control. Even if you have the budget for a major remodel, financing the project responsibly is crucial. Avoid depleting home equity or maxing out credit lines unless you're confident the return justifies it. Cost control should always be part of your remodeling strategy. This means building in a contingency fund, usually 10 to 15% of your budget, getting multiple quotes from contractors, and sticking closely to your renovation plan to avoid scope creep. We recommend detailed planning upfront, which we always provide at Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, to help prevent unexpected costs mid-project. Emotional versus practical spending. Sometimes homeowners fall in love with a vision board or a Pinterest dream kitchen and find themselves emotionally committed to features that don't make practical sense. While it's completely valid to want a beautiful, well-designed space, it's important to balance dream upgrades with what is financially responsible. Remodeling decisions should be rooted in your lifestyle needs, the functionality of the space, and the resale potential of the investment. Overspending purely based on aesthetics can lead to regret if the financial returns don't follow. Our design consultants work with you to strike that balance, so you don't feel like you're sacrificing style for sensibility. Conclusion. So, how much is too much to spend on a kitchen remodel in Kitchener-Waterloo? The answer comes down to your home's value, your goals, your neighborhood, and your personal budget. In most cases, spending over 15 to 20% of your home's market value on a kitchen renovation can be risky in terms of ROI, unless you plan to live in the home for many years. With careful planning, a realistic understanding of the market, and a smart renovation strategy, you can get a kitchen you love without overextending financially. At Kitchen and Bath Reno Guys Kitchener-Waterloo, we're committed to helping local homeowners get the most value out of every dollar they spend, without going overboard.